Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Boxing Guru back with another video. I say another video, but I only mean my second video, because one's a short and one's an actual video. So getting on to it before I run out of time, because I've only got around about 4 minutes. So Chris Eubank completely schools Liam Smith in a shocking 9th round stoppage. I didn't actually expect this to go into the later rounds, or nor did I expect Chris Eubank to actually stop Liam Smith. If anything, I thought it would probably go to the judges. Personally, I did think it was actually going to go to the judges, but that's boxing. You just never know what's actually going to happen. Like we saw it with Spence and Crawford, like about a month ago. And what happened there? We all thought Spence was going to nick it on points. No one was going to get knocked out, and just look how that turned out. But you got to tip your hat to Eubank, Chris Eubank's trainer. Really smart move on Eubank's behalf, going to him, even though he only had for like 4 weeks. He had 4 weeks to prepare, and Chris really only had probably not that long to get used to how Eubank train and all that. But I feel like that's just someone Eubank really needed, someone who he actually respects as a trainer, because he's never really had a trainer. Like, he's a funny old guy, Chris Eubank Jr. He's either trained himself, or he's just been with a half retired boxer coach. He's a very strange guy. But getting onto the fight, I feel like within the first 2 rounds, I feel like it was always going to go that way. As soon as I see, because the Sky commentary was going, so we all know that Liam Smith is going to gain that information and download it like he was a Lomachenko. Like, bro, come on. Like, he was stumped from the very first second that bell went, when Chris Jr. started jabbing and not shooting for them uppercuts. As soon as he landed a right hand, he was stumped. And also, with this ankle bullshit, I feel like this, from the Sky commentary team, I feel like that's really disrespectful on Eubank's behalf as well, because I noticed it straight away, because I noticed that his ankle was buckling. I noticed that straight away, and it took him 4 or 5 rounds after that to realise that Smith had a bit of a dodgy ankle. Maybe his boots weren't really, but that's his own fault. That's not Chris's fault. That's his own fault. Basically, the canvas was apparently really soft. But I feel that at the end of the day, regardless of what anyone say, Chris Eubank proved everyone wrong, and proved everyone also that he can box, and that he's not just a 12-round scrapper, because everyone was demolishing that he's not a boxer. Everyone was saying he's not a boxer, he's more of a fighter, And I feel that Liam Smith is pretty much a one-dimensional fighter. He tucks up, he tucks up, he does well to keep his head, body protected. But you see Junior, he was going for them uppercuts, but he was going for the double uppercut, as in, like, he would shoot one to the body that would hit he would know that it would hit his arms, So when it would hit his arms, it would open Liam Smith up to the uppercut to the face, you know. And I feel like you don't do that and not know how to box. Personally, sorry if you hear cars. I'm walking home currently, but honestly, I feel like Sky commentary has always been so biased. Sorry, 2 seconds. Sky commentary has always been so biased, and whatever else you want to call it, because Liam Smith, as you know, is signed with a boxer, Ben Shalom, and Eubank is signed with the Saulan brothers. So it's kind of like a co-promote event. So, but that's how the Sky Cop. That's obviously not their fault. That's how they've That's how they've been told to come across as a little bit biased. But you know, if something happens with their fighter, they're gonna go against it and come up with some bullshit excuse. So, but it's not a bullshit excuse really, because you can tell that Liam Smith had problems with the weight cut. He had problems with, you could tell he had problems with the weight cut on Friday. You can tell he had a bit of an ankle niggle, but at the end of the day, that's just boxing, man. If you want to carry on with your camp and continue to fight, that's your problem. At the end of the day, Chris Eubank looked like someone who can with some top guys. But congratulations to Chris Eubank, and I feel that he doesn't need the Conor Eubank, the Conor Ben fight. He didn't need that fight, because he didn't need that fight at the start. That's probably the only reason Liam Smith beat him in the first fight. Personally, in my opinion, obviously he was weight drained. He stupidly made that weight after the fight got called off, and he just made a mistake. Honestly, I think he just a fighter being a fighter, bragging rights and all that. But I think that fight should be boycotted, and it should never happen, because it's a dangerous fight, and Chris Senior is completely right to go against his son and tell him how it is. But money talks at the end of the day. But I hope you enjoyed my little rant, and I'll see you in the next fight. Peace out. Sorry, I mean I'll see you when the next fight is on. Peace out.